Harman, Proteus here with the GDP. We're at NAMM 2013. We're back in the secret Fender Corporation green room. I'm with Paul Pigat, Gretsch endorser, and Gretsch Custom Shop Supervisor and Master Luthier Stephen Stern. And we're here to talk about a fabulous new guitar that Stephen has built for Paul called the Synchro-Club. Paul, tell me a little bit about how the idea started and where it came from.
It started at Rocky's in Brooklyn. I guess that was
Gretsch Day.
Gretsch Day, yeah.
2012.
2012.
So last June.
And Kurt brought his 62 Country Club into the show, and I, of course, instantly put it into Stephen's hands, as I had an ulterior motive that I really wanted to see Stephen make a thin line Country Club ideas. And that's how it all started. And then, you know, he called me about a week later, and we started talking about it.
You were emailing me images of different old guitars to get some ideas going, some different headstocks, and I really like this. I think it was from a Synchromatic 45.
I think so. I think that's what it was.
We both agreed on this headstock with the script logo. It's very classic look, and plus the tortoiseshell binding with against the aged spruce and maple is another just a really retro, classy vibe. And stair step bridge. We pretty much agreed on all the appointments.
Yes.
And Paul just said one 9.5-inch radius, the Filtertron in a Dynasonic mount, with the tortoiseshell pickguard, the teardrop F-holes.
Walk us through the mechanical spec of the guitar, the woods, the dimensions, bracing.
Okay, well it's a thin line, 2-inch, curly maple back and sides, figured maple neck. I thought this had a classic touch, give it that kind of old style vibe with the black back of the headstock.
Yeah, walnut stripe.
It's a mahogany stripe, and the bracing is parallel bracing, spruce top. It's a rosewood neck with the nitrocellulose block inlays, 9.5-inch radius. Let's see what else. So it has a true arc aluminum bridge, and master volume, and individual tones with the grease bucket circuit.
The grease bucket circuit.
And the tone bleed.
Treble bleed for the volume.
Yeah.
Sort of all the mods that a lot of people like to do. I really like the grease bucket circuit. When I first heard the Cabernitas when they came out a few years ago, I really liked the way the tone knobs responded on them. They kept all their aggression of the pickup even when you started rolling it back. So I thought that would be really nice for the pickups. And I just like one volume ones. Too many knobs. Yeah, too many knobs confuse me.
The knobs look like they're a little tighter up to the bridge and the tailpiece.
Yeah. Yes. Paul was saying he likes to do tone swells.
Tone swells. Yeah.
So we wanted to move those up so he could get his pinky around that.
Like the tone swells would be like that.
Jumbo, medium jumbo. What are the breasts?
Paul, you tell me. What did I put in there?
I think what we did. I remember you. I think they are medium jumbos.
Yes, they are.
I went down to the local music store
right.
and played every Fender guitar I could find and Gretsch guitar I could find until I found the frets I liked, and then I just told you what model it was.
That's right. I remember that. Yes.
Yeah. And yeah, they're a hefty fret. You know, they're not too big, and they're not too small. They're just right. You know, there's enough meat to really bend on them, but they're not too high to really get a good glide over top.
Waverly's?
Waverly butter beans.
Yeah. That was also on that Synchromatic 45, and just gives it, you know, this whole retro combination of old school, new school kind of thing.
Yeah, this is, you know, sort of I think the first photograph I sent you was the one of Django Reinhardt playing the 39 Synchromatic, and I said that, you know, that's a really cool guitar. Let's sort of use that as a template.
Yeah.
And then Stephen did all this. You know, it's just. I'm a little speechless about this guitar.
But you just saw the guitar for the first time
a few hours ago,
3
yeah.
hours ago, right?
Yeah, and
played it through an amp 7 minutes ago.
7 minutes ago. That's right.
Yeah.
We did a closet classic finish.
Yeah.
Just cracked the lacquer, put a few dings in it, and just to kind of age it up a little bit. Didn't go too crazy with the relicing or anything.
But it's got your. I don't know that I could always tell one of your necks, but you know, when I pick up a guitar that you've done your neck thing on, it's got a feel all its own, and it's.
Thank you.
It's like it's a. It just fits. It works right. Of course,
We're going to use that as a tagline. It just fits.
It just fits. There you go. In quotation marks.
Yes,
This is a very interesting guitar to me because, you know, most people know I have the white double cutaway 17-inch. My concept was a Country Gentleman with Dynasonics on it, and Terada built that, and I've got TV Jones Dynas on it, and I like the guitar a great deal. It's a wonderful guitar. I wish I'd had a spruce top on it. So when I saw this, I go, yeah. Diseased minds think alike. You would think you were thinking kind of a cross between things, and so was I. So I'm thinking there's going to be interest beyond this room and beyond these particular players in a specification like this.
I hope so. I hope so. I think it's a really fantastic guitar, and I think it's beautiful, and it is really ergonomically like set up well for a player, right? You've got everything you want right at your fingertips, and it's simple. And I think that's really the most important part. You know, I like to keep things as easy as possible because I'm trying to juggle as many balls as possible when I'm on stage, and if I'm searching for things or I'm not exactly sure where things are, I can miss something, and the house of cards all comes falling down.
Did you make up a template for the knobs and send him exactly where you want?
No, this is Stephen put these down. He sent me a photograph of the picture of the guitar, and he had just placed the knobs on it. And I said, yeah, those look just about where I'd want them. Yeah.
17-inch body.
17-inch body.
And exactly the same shape as the 62 Club.
I think so.
The same shape as the current Country Club, or are they any different?
It's the shape that we use for 17-inch Falcons, which was based off the original, and so I'm assuming that it's pretty close to what they used on that.
I would imagine it'd be pretty close. Yeah, it's pretty close.
We also did this guitar in a duo jet version, or we call it the Synchro Jet.
Right. And it's got the same appointments, same tuner,
Same appointments,
headstock.
just different wiring. It has the typical dual
jet circuit.
Jet circuitry, the 55s.
It's got the stair-step bridge.
And double dynos.
Two dynos.
Yes, two dynos, yes.
Now, is that a Seymour dyno?
No, they're both TV Jones.
Okay.
They're both TV Jones. So
Right.
I really like the sound of Tom's Dyna, and I actually hadn't heard the filter in, and I'm assuming it's exactly the same sound, but I'd never heard one in a Dyna mount, and I thought, I wonder if it's going to sound any different. It sounds exactly like a classic, yeah. And it's really full bodied, like the lead pickup, like we were saying before. It's definitely got a little more warmth,
girth,
and I don't have to worry about throwing ice picks into the audience, which I am known to do on occasion. So.
I've heard that.
Yeah.
And so your middle position is going to have a very interesting texture.
Yeah, it's really yeah. Grounding problem here with this amp, but otherwise it sounds fantastic. It really works, does the trick.
And you believe you're pretty happy with it?
I am completely happy with it. The neck is like the whole guitar is fantastic, but for me I'm always using my thumb over the top of the neck, and finding that comfort zone is really important.
So the neck width is a little different.
We shaved it a millimeter, is that?
Yeah. A little bit smaller.
You're talking Canadian. What's a millimeter?
Less than a 16.
Yes, less than a 16. Yes.
Couple of sheets of paper, maybe.
Yeah.
You know.
Bone nut.
Bone nut.
Yes.
And did you change the string spacing then? By 1/5 of a millimeter for every
Well, you know, we set the outside strings, and then I like the string spacing equal in between the strings, and so I just subtract out the diameters and divide it by 5 and file away.
That's awesome.
How long did it take you to build up the guitar? What
How
was the
long
build
did it
time?
take?
Yeah.
Oh, it's hard to say because something like that probably about 30 to 40 hours.
We must have talked on the phone
Yeah,
for
we
almost
talked.
that much.
Yeah, we talked quite a bit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Paul was on vacation, then I went on vacation, but it all worked out.
There's a madman in Holland who would appreciate a shout out during
That's
the
right.
interview. So,
All right. Hey Jeff, you've known about this for a while. It's finally here. You'll see it next time I'm in Holland.
all right, play us out.
All right.